And even though some homeowners in counties like Livingston and Oakland may live on public roads, they have to pay construction costs if they want those roads resurfaced.
Tonight, we have team coverage of Metro Detroit's road issues. We're going to begin with Kimberly Craig live in Brighton Township. And Kim, does the Road Commission not have enough money to fix the roads?
Well, this is very frustrating all around. The Livingston County Road Commission says they only have about $3,000 to $5,000 a year to spend on each mile of subdivision road. But that only covers things like basic plowing and code patch, which means roads like this end up looking more like gravel.
It's just awful.
In front of our house where all the water's laying, it's almost down to the dirt.
Pat and Jenny both live in Brighton Township, about 9 miles apart, but they share the same headache. Some stretches of the road in their subdivisions are bad, like really bad.
My neighbor was running because he runs every morning and he sprained his ankle in one of the potholes.
My husband watches at Home Depot when they have the asphalt bags for under $10. He'll buy all the broken bags they have and fill in the holes.
And because they live in the township, they can't just pick up the phone and call the County Road Commission for much more than cold patch.
We just don't have the revenue to apply to a subdivision street.
Steve Waslick is the managing director for the Livingston County Road Commission, and he says if folks like Jenny and Pat want their roads resurfaced, they'll have to get at least 51% of their neighbors to agree to a special assessment that they'll have to pay over anywhere from 8 to 10 years.
We'll have to work with the township and the citizens to see what kind of project they want. We'll apply costs so then they know what they're dealing with. Then our estimate will be used in the special assessment process to determine that the residents will know how much it's going to cost each of them to get the road fixed.
Pat says in her neighborhood they couldn't get enough signatures.
Neighbors would not vote for that. They didn't want to put out $5,000 or $6,000 to get the road redone.
Something has to be done because it's just getting worse and worse.
And if anyone wants the public road in their township neighborhood repaved as a special assessment district, they should talk to the township about preparing a petition that neighbors will have to sign. Reporting live in Livingston County, Kimberly Craig, 7 Action News.
And they just want the roads fixed. All right, Kim, thank you.
And a lot of people want to know how these potholes actually form. What is the science behind it? Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Dave Rexroth for the answer. Dave?
A secret wand is waved every spring, Alan. That's the problem. It seems like it, right? They just pop up out of nowhere and they are tough to deal with. Sometimes they feel like craters, damage to the car, all that kind of stuff. So here's how it works. The basic idea is quite simple. We've talked about this a lot. You got to have some moisture around on the roads. You get that from melting, and you got to go back through the freeze and thaw cycle. And when you get all that going at the same time, you got to beware because these potholes grow and they grow very, very quickly. Look at the temperatures now for the rest of the week. Tomorrow, high temperature in the 40s, then down to the 20s. Thursday and Friday in the 30s after we're in the 20s. So we go back and forth around that freezing mark. And this is how it actually works. The roads should be impermeable, but you cannot stop water from getting through the road level down to the subbase. And when you do that, that's when the problems start. The water gets down here in the subbase, does not go down to the soil, so it sits there, freezes, expands, pushes some up, some out, and what happens is eventually when that water goes away again, the melting, it leaves this void and the weight of the cars come over that spot over and over and over again. There's no support from the base below and the pavement collapse and you get a pothole. That's the science behind it, but not solving the pain behind it as well.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Dave, thank you.